off we go from SoFi Stadium. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Now Manziel. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down. And that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Manziel. Looking deep here for Dobbs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Manziel. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's got this down to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Another run here with Sanders. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle he's got here in Carmichael. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Look, I realize on any play call that is properly executed and go for a touchdown, but the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards goes out, and the Bears post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by a 4-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at him right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
On first down, Montana. He completes it to Beckham. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 1st and 10 for Montana and company. Catch is made by Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Montana to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. George Kittle, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And shoves him up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Still going. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side complete to Dotson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. Going right back to Dotson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Slant around, he's got Dobbs. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jahan Dotson as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Play fake. Now here's Montana. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Airing this one out for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. First half in the... A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 52 yards. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. And they send Carmichael in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And Johnny's elusiveness fails him here. Manziel is sacked, and that is going to be a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
Chargers offense back onto the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Montana. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bears are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top. You become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play. And that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On third down. He'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Beckham. Given 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Joe Montana here going to the air on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Montana's throw caught here by Metcalf. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To throw is Montana. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. Touchdown! Mike Evans, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now a conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So now the Bears down by 9. 2:22 on the clock. Deuces wild. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is.
There he goes, left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They'll run again with Lynch. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. 77 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
They'll run with Lynch. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. They try again with Lynch. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Marshawn Lynch punching it in from a yard away.
And the Chargers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's all capped off by a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ty Law. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it in to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still hold.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So here are the Cowboys now backed up to get this drive started. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. And they'll be led out by a 4-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They go up the middle with Lynch. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
On second down, Lynch. And Lynch will power his way in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now Manziel. And that will be incomplete. Rocky start throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Shotgun. Here's Montana. And this one caught downfield by Evans. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Mike Evans. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Here's Manziel. And he's got his big tight end here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Manziel. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They will look to throw. Montana. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And shedding through the tackle. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback.
And no way to get loose that time as Manziel goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Beckham, the return. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Montana. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down. Here's Montana to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
McCaffrey will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on. Apologies to Coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. Third quarter action ready to go.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Play action. It's Montana.
That nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be second down.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Greg Olsen, 73 yards.
And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ty Law. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Greg Olsen. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chargers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because
and the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
That's George Karlaftis who fought his way through the line to bury him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film set.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got a
touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch touch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it is 42-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. They'll look to throw here. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. On first down, Montana. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on good.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 3.
He'll look to throw.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They'll look to throw again. And no way to get loose that time as Manziel goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. It's fielded at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Charger drive about to get going. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now
going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover. But it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well.